Hello everybody, this is Simon with Let's Play Sonic 2006, and today I have with me ChaosArgate.
Hello.
And NGDBSS.
Hi there.
Wonderful, so let's get started with the final round of videos of the normal version of hard mode videos. I'm just saying this is the base game, not the DLC. Wow, that was complicated. For Shadow this time. Wow. And yeah, hard mode, as you can immediately see, is just, wow, there is a ton more enemies here. There is a lot of them, including two of these red robots, which you barely see in the game. Does this make it noticeably harder? Well.
I vaguely remember these guys, but I can't imagine. Don't think I remember seeing them that often. I'm glad they found a use for them, or a place to put them, I guess.
Yeah,
I'll be honest, I'm not certain about... Oh, ouch.
Bye.
I left this in because it's funny. So yeah, don't do the light speed dash in this direction, I guess.
I'm not familiar with the difference between them and, like, what? The silver and blue ones or whatever?
Well, they have lasers instead of machine guns, the red ones, when they have thrown their hands. Oh yeah, I was checking here, this was like my first trial run, and you can actually just go behind this laser fence. So this is a legitimate shortcut. But yeah, this strangely enough makes them easier. And you can also skip this one.
What?
Because I think this is intended actually, I kind of like it. Because they did give you that chain of flying robots so that you can get high enough to go over the laser fence. So it does reward you for checking the boundaries of the fence. But yeah, the difference is that the silver ones, they have... I want to start over to get the points for all the enemies. They once they shoot their arms, they use machine guns out of the sockets, and the laser ones, the red ones, they use lasers. And the difference is that the machine gun can actually drain your rings if you stand inside of it, and then kill you if you have like 5 rings. It's 4, 3, 2, 1 dead, whereas the laser just hits you. So, you know.
Yeah, I think that's just like the standard Vulcan cannon in this game.
More or less, yeah. Though it going in a circle also means that you don't stand inside it, so you don't really get your rings drained that much, so it's a little bit... Generally though, I do like the Gatling gun ring drain thing, because it gets around quite neatly around the issue that enemies rarely are threatening in these games, because, you know, you can just pick up your rings again, unless you're going for high scores. But draining the rings and then killing you in the end, that's actually something that is kind of dangerous. Anyway, if you remember, maybe, from the normal version, there was a switch here that turned, that opened the door below us. But the switch isn't up there anymore. The switch is down here instead.
That's kind of cheeky.
It is kind of cheeky, yes. I do think it's like it's a little bit harder. By that point you should be used to destroying random objects and so on to get the S ranks points and so on. So I do like that. Here we can see that a direct comparison between the silver and the red one.
Yeah, and thankfully here we're not dealing as much with Dark Souls 3's infamous camera boss.
Yeah, you just teleport between them. It's like you barely know what's going on, but now that I know how the Chaos teleport works, Chaos Snap I think, this is of course not an issue. Just cleaning up those guys. And we have the Rouge section.
You will need to collect 3 keys to open the door ahead. Search the area.
And that is completely new. Wow.
Huh.
Who is that announcer person?
That is actually Elise Stead, which makes no sense. But it's just the same voice actor. Who is actually supposed to be, I don't know, his ghost? At least they didn't get Oma Chow again. Wow,
I would have thought that was like Mike Pollock, actually.
I mean, I don't know who the voice actor is, but I'm pretty sure that it is the voice actor for Elise's father.
But this is kind of neat, actually, like, a kind of a throwback to the treasure hunting stages in Sonic Adventure and 1 and 2.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she does that in Kingdom Valley as well.
Woo!
So the next
Keep
level,
fighting!
yeah. But they backported it for the hard mode version of this level, so that's quite nice actually. And this is also a little bit cheeky because you can't have a hard mode level without random spikes, of course.
Naturally.
Yeah, this is not my first try here, so I did know about them.
Rouge has an arm.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, considering you don't even have a targeting reticule, I am quite impressed with myself. Like, I didn't even realize how good I have become at throwing these things. It's a little worrying, to be honest. And there we have the third key. Okay, I haven't become that good. Anyway, now the door is open and we can proceed. Alright, if you remember from the normal mode, you have to destroy 5 searchlights. The same is true for hard mode, and again, they don't really tell you about this, but I mean, of course, you have beaten the normal mode, so you should know at this point. However, there is also, again, a little bit of a twist to this, which I, again, really appreciate. This is not the same route to take as in the original. For example, the one up there is much, much higher up than it was in the original. They just changed the location of the searchlight. You can probably snipe it from a ledge somewhere, but it is still, it's pretty high up. And the intended path is very different, as we're going to see, which is neat.
Yeah, I actually really like these layout changes, just like, so you're not just, you know, doing the same level with more enemies.
Yeah, this one here is a shining example of how they should have done the hard mode most of the time. Like, it's still not perfect, of course, but generally we can see here and in various other Shadow stages,
You almost lost your ride there.
Yeah, that was close. How they were able to turn these missions into something a little bit extra. And we're also going to see a few examples of where I think that, yeah, this was probably more or less the original version, and then they dumbed it down or changed it for the normal one. In the normal version, this made a ring trail. I don't know why it doesn't do anything here. Don't know. There's just nothing happened.
Huh.
There's one thing we've learned from Mario, even after all these years, it's that people will follow trails of goodies.
Yeah, that thing is in the normal mode version, it literally couldn't do anything because you didn't have the lightspeed dash yet. You could only buy this after this mission, like if you're playing in chronological order, basically.
Oh, right.
Oh boy.
I love the vehicles in this game, they are so entertainingly broken.
I'm surprised that she doesn't just hop in the passenger seat that the vehicle clearly has.
Yeah, I mean, she's trying. Anyway, this is also completely new. Like, this part here just doesn't exist in the normal version. Like, I don't know why this garage exists and why you can't go in, but there is new geometry here. Like, wow. And also this entire back part here, this is also, it's new. It's just not there in the normal version unless I completely missed it. That is possible, but there's nothing there, of course, to do in the normal version. But in hard mode there is. It's this part here, where you run down with Sonic and also Silver, I think. No, I think only Sonic, actually, usually. Like, you have to be a little bit careful, I guess. Boom, boom. This is quite fun, actually. And there we have the path to the searchlight on top of the hill.
This might be the first time I've ever actually seen, like, a vehicle, handling in this game look kind of entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing my best here. It is still a piece of trash, of course, don't get me wrong, but if you kind of know what you're doing, then it's okay. Yeah, you gotta be ready to break a lot. Also, bye. I don't know how to turn off the laser wall there, so I'm just like, whatever, doesn't matter. There is always another vehicle here, which is good, of course, because you need them to finish the level.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, is that...
No, they do respawn
necessary?
them. They do respawn them.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
And you have plenty of selection, like the one at the start is probably there again, and so on. And we also took a different one up there. Yeah. There is also plenty more robots here, but as you could also see beforehand, them shooting their fists at the vehicle, it just bounce off, it doesn't really do anything. Like if they actually exploded on top of the vehicle and dealt massive damage, then this might be a different story here. But it's actually quite hard to destroy this buggy for the enemy, so... swing and a miss, I guess.
The Gatling gun seems to be their best bet, as,
yeah, it's
you know,
the best bet
with the
against hedgehogs in general.
Yeah.
Once again, I could snipe over there, but I decide to show more of the level. We now have a lot more steel boxes here. And I'm being very careful here. And there's the secret here for handling the buggy is to turn, to brake a lot. Like here, just brake, because it's starting to be out of control. So just come to a stop, it's fine. Yeah, take your time, and generally don't just hold the accelerator down. That's the worst thing you can do. Just be very, very careful and just feather it, is what my advice to everybody who wants to play this game. Anyway, I just decide to end it here because the buggy is looking really bad. As we might remember, once the last searchlight goes down, it takes a bit, despawns, and then the mission is over.
I think you lost a couple rings there from the Gatling gun.
Yeah, actually I did. Fortunately I don't need them at all. As you can see, just from the normal time bonus, if you take a somewhat okay pace and all of the enemies that spawn directly in your way, it's perfectly okay. You will probably get the S rank, it's not an issue. And yeah, that was White Acropolis. Just a few more things waiting at the end. You know, outtakes and such. It's just to prove that, yeah, absolutely, you can just shoot it from here. That's the same as in normal mode. I don't quite remember if I showed it off in the normal mode actually, so I just did this real quick, and here, boom, you get teleported to the end because you killed the last searchlight, and there we go. I think this was from
You don't even need to rely on non-existent ABS.
Exactly. I think this was from my first attempt, and I was like, okay, this was a bit lame, even though I did get the S rank immediately, so I re-recorded to have a cleaner one.
Makes sense. I've definitely redone some takes of footage because I thought like the quick way was kind of lame.
Yeah, exactly, and I mean we want to provide quality entertainment here. Thanks a lot for your attention.